This is Neil's Han Dynasty coming to you from my basement. Still waiting for that winning lotto ticket to come in so I can move to a mansion. Well, that's not going to happen today, so we're here in the basement. Here to talk to you about, if you've watched my videos, which most of you haven't, you'll have seen in the past videos I've mentioned that Ethiopia and Egypt are having some issues, and Ethiopia and Egypt are partners. In the Blue Nile is the beginning part of the Nile River where all the water comes from, and that's the problem between Egypt and Sudan and Ethiopia. And Egypt's threatened Ethiopia with war. They've got Sudan on their side because they're both water-needing countries of the Nile. And where you get war from is when countries are unstable and not economically fit. That's typically the time you go for war. So to strengthen my stance on Egypt attacking Ethiopia with Sudan as their partner, I give you this.
To the African nation of Sudan, where violent anti-military protests rocked the capital city of Khartoum on Sunday over rising violence in the country's Blue Nile state that has already claimed over 60 lives. Security forces fired tear gas at the protesters to disperse the crowds from gathering. They also erected roadblocks on bridges crossing the Nile River, linking Khartoum to its suburbs. Protesters have accused the military rule for the surge in tribal clashes in the country. The capital has been the scene of near-weekly protests since the Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan launched a power grab in October last year that derailed a transition to civilian rule. The military coup has worsened the long-running economic crisis in the country that has triggered intercommunal unrest in remote parts of the country. The latest flashpoint is now the southern state of Blue Nile, where over 60 people have died. Another 100 have been injured in tribal clash.
That is very, very, very close to the dam. The Gerd Dam in Ethiopia is somewhere in this area here. I could almost bet you that Egypt's going to use this as an excuse to attack the Ethiopian Gerd Dam.
That started last week between the Hossa and Berti tribes. The region is very close to the border with Ethiopia, and according to reports, the clashes first broke out last week after a farmer was killed following a land dispute between the two tribes. Authorities had to deploy the military and paramilitary support forces to bring stability to the region. They also imposed a nightly curfew in the towns of Rozers and Damazin, where the clashes took place. Experts say that the abrupt power grab by the military last year created a security vacuum that sparked a resurgence in tribal violence. In April, tribal clashes killed over 200 people in the war-ravaged Darfur region.
That is also proof that, wow, I hate to bring this up, but no, I'll wait to another video. You guys have a good morning.